Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Usama Shah. Reports indicate that the West Bengal governor, he has written to the Ministry of Home Affairs regarding the violence that took place in Murshidabad, highlighting the serious challenge posed by militancy and radicalization. The governor described the riots as premeditated, claiming the state government was aware of the escalating threat but failed to act effectively. He criticized law enforcement's response and urged the formation of an inquiry commission to investigate the matter. The TMC, in the meanwhile, has dismissed the governor's allegations, asserting that the situation is under control.
Disclosure comes just hours ahead of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's Murshidabad visit. She will be beginning that visit tomorrow. For the next 3 days, she will be in Murshidabad. But more importantly, the governor's report to the MHA highlights not just the violence that took place in Murshidabad, where he has categorically said that the state was aware that there was going to be an escalation. They had intel, but they did not act upon those intel inputs and could not tackle the crowd that had, transformed into a violent crowd claiming 2 lives later on. Apart from that, the governor has highlighted the overall law and order situation of West Bengal, where he has said 2 very important things: allegations of population manipulation, considering these districts of Murshidabad and Malda lie along the border of Bangladesh, and has also spoken about radicalization, and has also specifically highlighted how the political parties, both the ruling Trinamool Congress and the opposition parties in West Bengal, are drawing a religious narrative ahead of elections, making it more communal and more polarized. This is something that has been highlighted in the governor's report as well, and a scathing report nonetheless. The governor has also given certain recommendations and suggestions on his behalf after visiting these violence-hit places earlier in April. And in that, he has also left the president's rule option open in his last line of the report. So this report essentially goes on to highlight the law and order situation currently in West Bengal, given the violent and communal clashes that took place in Murshidabad, and thereafter keeping in mind that the elections are going to be held next year, what kind of a law and order situation prevails, that has been highlighted by the governor in this report to the Ministry of Home Affairs.
Meanwhile, in the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack of April 22, sources say that Air Chief Marshal AP Singh, he met with the Prime Minister, and back-to-back meetings are expected in the coming days as well. There have been a series of meetings so far, and it is quite imperative that India decides the place and time of its choosing in order to respond to Pakistan. Meanwhile, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, while speaking at a public event, spoke about the Pahalgam terror attack. He vowed revenge, saying that a befitting reply to the enemies, referring to Pakistan, said that befitting reply will be given to Pakistan, and it is our duty to stand with the soldiers at this point of time.
साथियों, एक रक्षा मंत्री के रूप में मेरा दायित्व है कि मैं अपने सैनिकों के साथ मिलकर देश की सीमाओं की सुरक्षा सुनिश्चित करूं, और मेरा यह दायित्व है कि अपनी सेना के साथ मिलकर देश के ऊपर आंख उठाने वालों को मुंहतोड़ जवाब दूं। आप सभी हमारे प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को अच्छी तरह जानते हैं। उनकी कार्यशैली से भी अच्छी तरह परिचित हैं, उनकी दृढ़ता से भी अच्छी तरह परिचित हैं। मैं आपको आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं, प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जैसा आप चाहते हैं वैसा हो कर रहे हैं।
Well, the latest on the Suhas Shetty murder case from Karnataka, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Siddaramaiah, he said that he is unaware of the contract killing reports. He said that he will discuss the matter with the Karnataka Home Minister. Remember, Suhas was accused of murdering Fazil. Now, the charge is that compensation that was given to Fazil's kin was used for the murder of Suhas, and the charges are also that the compensation was used to hire contract killers.
ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೂ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನೆ ದಿನೇಶ್ ಗುಂಡೂರಾವ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹೋಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರು ಇಬ್ರು ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Well, to give you a little bit of context here, now we should join the dots of multiple murders. So let me in fact, bring this in detail to our viewers. It was in 2022, a man named Praveen Nettaru was murdered. He was associated with the BJP. Just days after, another man named Fazil was murdered. And at that point in time, one of the accused in that crime was Suhas Shetty. Now, Suhas Shetty was the individual who was now murdered in Mangaluru just a couple of days ago. And after the police have arrested a few of them, the two of the accused have revealed that they have received some money from the family of Fazil. Now, the question that is coming up here is that is there a possibility that the compensation that was given to the family of Fazil, there was 30 lakh compensation given by a Muslim body to the family, then the government gave another compensation of 25 lakh rupees. Now, here, two of the accused claim that about 5 lakh in total was given to them to actually kill or assassinate Suha. Now, some of the speculation that's being raised is whether this money came from the compensation amount. The police, of course, haven't found any sort of evidence yet in this regard. They are probing all of these angles as well. Now, when this question was asked to the Chief Minister, he has said that he is unaware of this currently because he hasn't spoken to the Home Minister and the District in charge Minister Dinesh Gundra, who have been in Mangaluru, and he'll collect the details from them. But definitely, these are some of the charges that is being levelled by the opposition here in Karnataka.
The accused in the Bengaluru Tech Park molestation case, he has been arrested. Remember, a woman was molested near the Eco World IT Park. This accused, who's an IT employee, the person who was an IT employee was molested while returning home, and the accused has now been taken into custody.
A major breakthrough that has now come to the fore as far as the Bengaluru Tech Park molestation case is concerned. The accused has been arrested. It has been a couple of days since the incident. This individual has been identified as Shrikant Konda Reddy, 32 years of age. He is working in a private company, is what police inform us. And what is shocking is that this is an MPA graduate who's committed such a crime. And right now the police, of course, are continuing to question him as to what was the intention. There will also be a lot of other details that could emerge then. But somewhere a relief for the complainant in this case. The complainant, of course, had spoken exclusively to NDTV, had narrated her entire ordeal about how she even screamed for help, but nobody arrived at the scene. She wanted justice. She wanted this man to be brought to book. The police, of course, after going through multiple CCTVs and various forms of investigation, have managed to get hold of this man.
The Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, he spoke exclusively to NDTV's Senior Managing Editor Nikunj Garg, answering questions on various topics including leadership changes, BJP's attacks on the government, law and order development and the Congress Party's Brand Bengaluru strategy.
You are trying very hard that Brand Bengaluru, which many people say has taken a hit in last few years particularly, stretching up to last 1 decade, is rebuilt, at least rejuvenated. Bangalore is one area where a lot of development has taken place, but still there are demands from accelerated development, particularly in terms of infrastructure. How do you see that? How do you take it forward? How will your government take it forward? You are the custodian minister. How do you propose to take it forward?
With passion and a lot of commitment, I have taken up this responsibility. It is not a small job. I know. I was also urban development minister 20 years back at the time of S.M. Krishna, 25 years back. This is not a planned city. Though Kempegowda built this city with a small boundaries, but it has grown up very well. And this Bangalore has a very big strength of human resources and the weather and culture. Bangalore is very strong because of the weather and culture and the knowledge, human resources. This no one can take out from us. You see any part of the world, you go to any university, any institution, it is the Bangalore boys who have been picked up, either it is medical or aeronautic or artificial intelligence or computer science or anything. World leaders have started coming to Bangalore for the business opportunities, and all the Fortune 500 countries are here. Here Bangalore is giving the highest tax revenue to the central government. The GST after Maharashtra, this is the biggest. So you can't tell no. What here? We can't stop registration of vehicles. The population from 70 lakhs to 1.5 crores has become, in the last 20 years, has been raised. You can't break the roads. You can't break after 2013, then widening the roads is not a small job. I've been to Dubai. I've been to a different part of the world. There the laws are different. If they want anything, they can shape themselves. You see in China, they can do whatever they want. But here the law process is different. Every small tick and common man will go on a PIL. If one tree has to cut, 10 fellows will shout at it. It is not so easy. It is not so easy. So taking a development work, for me, I am very shocked to tell you this. See, there was a garbage tender. Last 4 years, tender has been called. Someone has gone to the court. The decision 4 years, we could not take a call. Now, after pressurizing, now the court has given some judgment. There is a Arkavati one Shriram Karant levied by the BDA. The Supreme Court has given us some direction. We want to distribute site. We have invested more than 600 crores. Some farmer has gone to the court, said that without deciding my case, you don't take the application. The court has said don't take the application. 6,000, 7,000 crores we have spent, and every day interest is going on. And the development what we have done is worsening every day by day. So a lot of issues are there. In advertisement in Bangalore, last 5 years, not even an official board is there on advertisement. Government is losing its revenue. Then court has said that someone has gone on a PIL. They have found out some small issue. They said, hold on till you tell something. If I go on earlier, 2020 itself, they have made one premium FR policy. I made one policy. Then the governor said, hold on. Then I went on to the earlier policy. Then again court has said, let us look at this. So it is very difficult to work. We are not doing our own work. We are doing the public work.
The NEET UG 2025 exams were conducted successfully for over 20 lakh candidates across 548 cities. The National Testing Agency ensured secure, transparent exams through integrated government approach and robust monitoring. My colleague Tanushka Datta spoke to some of the students after the exams. Listen in.
डिफिकल्ट नहीं था, बस लेंथ था, बट और मतलब डिफिकल्ट लेवल काफ़ी कम था, बट लेंथ पेपर लेंथ था, कोई रेपिटेशन इरेगुलरिटी वैसा कुछ नहीं था. मतलब जैसे जो रूमर्स है ना कि काफ़ी डिफिकल्ट होगा, वैसा कुछ नहीं था, नॉर्मल था वैसे. और पेपर यहाँ जो सेंटर है, सेंटर में कैसे सारे प्रिपरेशन थे, प्रोटोकॉल कैसे मेंटेन हुआ? काफ़ी अच्छा था, बट लाइट काफ़ी ज़्यादा जा रही थी, तो शायद वो प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, जनरेटर प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, फिर कोई सप्लाई प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, उसका पता नहीं मुझे. बाकी मेंटेनेंस काफ़ी अच्छी थी.
The physics section was very lengthy, very tough. I felt like there were a lot of JEE concept questions in the physics paper, which we do not expect as NEET students.
What about you said it was lengthy. What about the question pattern in terms of difficulty?
It was difficult. It was like conceptual. It was more of, I feel like the questions I didn't touch from the NCERT out text questions that we were not expecting in NEET ka paper, because NEET questions are usually formula based. But this time I felt like physics was difficult.
It was better than expectation. I think physics was a bit tougher because questions were more on the conceptual side, not only on formula based. So, and if we talk about bio and chemistry was fine. Questions were more on the conceptual side again, or more less on the just NCERT आप पढ़ लो और आपका हो जाए, ऐसा नहीं था. Like पेपर बहुत अच्छा सेट करा है इस बारी, तो कट ऑफ तो चांसेस हैं कि लो होंगे ही होंगे.
During an interactive session on the 21st of April this year at the Watson Institute for International and Public Affairs at Brown University, Congress leader and the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, he faced pointed questions from a Sikh student regarding the Congress party's role in the 1984 anti-Sikh riots. The video of this exchange, uploaded on 3rd of May, it went viral and sparked significant reactions. The BJP seized on the interaction to criticize Rahul Gandhi. The Delhi Minister Manjinder Singh Sirsa, he called Rahul Gandhi's response not an apology but a political pretense.
As far as mistakes of the Congress party are concerned, a lot of those mistakes happened when I was not there. But I'm more than happy to take responsibility for everything that the Congress party has ever done wrong in its history.
The question is, what are you doing to reconcile?
I have publicly stated that what happened in the 80s was wrong. I have been to the Golden Temple multiple times. I have an extremely good relationship with the Sikh community in India and a loving relationship with them.
राहुल गांधी जी की एक अमेरिका की वीडियो आज सामने आई जो कि 21 तारीख की है, उसको अब तक दबाकर रखा गया, जिसमें एक सिख नौजवान राहुल गांधी जी से सवाल कर रहा है कि 1984 का सिख कत्लेआम कराने वाले सज्जन कुमार, जगदीश टाइटर, कमलनाथ जैसे लोग अभी भी कांग्रेस में क्यों हैं। मुझे दुख और खेद हुआ उस वीडियो को देखकर कि राहुल गांधी जी अभी भी उसी अहंकार में बैठे हैं, उसी नफरत भरी सोच में हैं। मैं उनसे आज जरूर कहना चाहता हूं, अब तो आपको अमेरिका में भी सिख पूछ रहे हैं, कब सज्जन कुमार, जगदीश टाइटर, कमलनाथ जैसे दरिंदे जो सिख कौम के कातिल हैं उनको अपनी पार्टी से बाहर करोगे। क्योंकि आप बाहर नहीं करना चाहते, आप उनको संरक्षण दे रहे हैं, तो स्पष्ट है आपके मन में हमारे प्रति कितनी नफरत थी, नफरत है, और कांग्रेस और गांधी परिवार में हमारे प्रति नफरत रहेगी, ये आपकी वीडियो स्पष्ट करती है।
Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. The ballistic missile fired by the Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen, it hit near Israel's Ben Gurion airport after several attempts to intercept it failed, the IDF has said. Israel has meanwhile pledged to hit back 7 times stronger after Yemen missile fire. The missile struck a grove adjacent to an access road inside the country's main airport's perimeter. The Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, he called urgent meetings following the Houthi ballistic missile strike on Ben Gurion airport.
אנחנו פועלים נגדם. פעלנו בעבר, נפעל גם בעתיד, אני לא יכול לפרט את כל הדברים. ארצות הברית גם בתיאום איתנו פועלת גם נגדם. זה לא זבנג וגמרנו, אבל יהיו זבנגים.
انتصارا لمظلومية الشعب الفلسطيني ومجاهديه ورفضا لجريمة الإبادة الجماعية التي ينفذها العدو الصهيوني بحق إخواننا في قطاع غزة. نفذت القوة الصاروخية في القوات المسلحة اليمنية عملية عسكرية نوعية استهدفت مطار بن غوريون في منطقة يافا المحتلة، وذلك بصاروخ باليستي فرط صوتي، وقد أصاب هدفه بنجاح بفضل الله.
As far as the retaliation is concerned, a security cabinet meeting which was already scheduled for today was reconvened by the Israeli Prime Minister because Israel wants to expand its operations in Gaza, and that is why they had called for a security cabinet meeting today. But with the sudden development of Houthis attacking the Ben Gurion airport today, it has been reconvened and perhaps the meeting is underway right now. But what is expected as far as the retaliation is concerned, perhaps US and Israel, they both are coordinating for a joint retaliation against Houthis in Yemen. US has been doing it or has been attacking the Houthis' stronghold in Yemen for the last several weeks. But now whether it will escalate the situation between Iran and two of the Western countries like US and Israel, that has to be seen, because Iran is being accused by Israel of backing Houthis, supporting Houthis. Even the Defense Secretary in the United States, Mr. Hexet, just a couple of days ago had threatened Iran that if they don't stop backing Houthis, they will also pay the price. Now, amid all this, we'll have to see whether it will be the Houthis in Yemen who will just be at the receiving end of Israel and US aggression, or whether Iran will also face directly, because right now Iran and the United States are already negotiating on the civil nuclear deal. That talks have stalled which was scheduled to happen this Saturday. And meanwhile, this development will certainly have a wider impact, not just for the Houthis, but for Iran and US as well.
The US President Donald Trump here said that his goal in talks with Iran is the total dismantlement of the country's nuclear program, but added that he's open to hearing arguments for allowing Iran to pursue civilian nuclear energy. He said, and I quote, "I think that I would be open to hearing it." Trump was speaking to NBC News. He also said that civilian energy, it's called, but civilian energy often leads to military wars, and we don't want to have them have a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple deal, is what Donald Trump said.
Mr. Trump has been giving mixed signals when it comes to negotiations with Iran over its nuclear program. Just 2 days ago, he had issued a threat that nobody will be allowed to deal with Iran to purchase its oil, and if any country does so, they will also face secondary sanctions from the United States. He also went ahead with 3 rounds of talks with Iran, sending his special envoy, Mr. Steve Witkoff, to negotiate with Iran for the nuclear deal. And that 3 rounds of talks went on in Oman, but the 4th round of talks, which was scheduled to happen yesterday on Saturday in Oman, were called off, or say it was postponed. And then the threats from Mr. Trump went out on his Truth Social post. Now that shows that perhaps he keeps giving contradictory statements. One, that in the interview he specifically says that he wants total sort of disarmament of nuclear program of Iran, but went on to say that he will accept, or he will at least go for negotiations if the civilian nuclear program is adopted or is sort of forwarded by Iran. So mixed signals from Mr. Trump, and we'll have to see that how the negotiations with Iran proceed from this stage.
And the US President Donald Trump has weighed in on the Russia-Ukraine conflict as well, suggesting that the United States is closer to one side, though he declined to specify which side. Trump pointed to what he described as tremendous hatred between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. While he once promised to broker peace swiftly, Trump now acknowledges that peace may not be easily attainable, though he added that a deal could be fairly close. That's all we have for you. Keep watching NDTV.